If you're looking for purees to win your baby, you've come to the right place. I'm going to show you recipes that are my baby's favorites. You guys, I'm so excited because the twins are ready. They're ready to start eating solids, and this is such a wonderful transition period, and I love it so much. The twins are currently using Tani's Stable Puree ebook. I have it linked in the description box. In that ebook, it has lots and lots of purees that your babies can try with the recipes and how to make it. I'm going to show you how to make two purees actually. We're going to make pear and apple puree, which is like their favorite puree, and most babies love it. So you need pear and apples. Make sure you wash your vegetables, your fruits, anything you're giving to your babies. It needs to be properly cleaned. Don't just give it to them like that. Hygiene is very important when feeding babies. If not, they're going to start getting ill. You can choose to use a knife, but you have to peel the skin of the fruit, which is the apple and the pear. And this is what takes time when you're prepping this. So anytime I do this, I do a big batch that can last at least a week or two. Meal prepping for your babies will always save you time, so there's no point just peeling 2 apples and making one for breakfast, and then when it's lunchtime you peel again. There's no point doing that. Just buy a big basket, do it, and I will show you how to preserve it in your fridge. Once you finish cutting your fruits, you need a steamer. This is what I'm using. I have this steaming basket. I just put it in any pot I'm using. I transfer the fruit, I pour some water and allow it to steam. If you put the fruits directly in the water, it doesn't really taste as good, and sometimes it can lose some of the nutrients. So I prefer steaming to boiling. But if you don't have any option than to boil, it is still so much more better than just buying like store-bought, baby puree. Blend the apple and pear till it is smooth. I'm adding some cinnamon powder to give it a little bit of extra taste and flavor, and the babies absolutely love it. I transfer the mixture to this freezer tray. It is so useful. Once I transfer it like this, I allow it to cool down, I cover it, and I put it in the freezer. When we're ready, we just reuse. I got this from Movie Baby, and they have a lot of winning products. I'm also going to link that shop in the description box. Once the puree has cooled down, I cover it to seal it, and I transfer it to my freezer. Because I am feeding twins, this always finishes within a week, but you just leave it in your freezer till you're ready to use. The next puree is a sweet potato and pear puree. The thing is, my babies love pear, and that's because this pear is so sweet, and then sweet potato is like even sweeter. So the combination is amazing for them. This combination of sweet potatoes and the pear has a lot of benefits. If your baby is constipated, then you need to give them this sweet potato and pear. Sweet potato is a great source of fiber, and also pear is also a great source of fiber, and also has other vitamins that are very good and healthy for your baby. It's still the same process. You peel the pear and you core it, you take out the seeds in the middle, and then you transfer it to a bowl. We're going to steam everything together. We'll be steaming the sweet potato and we'll be steaming the pear as well. If you have a baby, you are pregnant, or you're going to be weaning your baby soon, we have a baby weaning course that you are going to absolutely love. It's going to teach you things like how to know your baby is ready, recipes for your baby, and so many things that will benefit you and your baby. You can sign up. The link will be in the description box. In my pot, I have my steamer basket. I'm going to put my sweet potatoes and pear, and I'm also going to add some water at the bottom that's going to steam this. and then I'll just allow it to steam till it softens. Once it softens, I'll allow it to cool a bit before I transfer it to the blender so that it doesn't damage the blender. Add a bit of water when you're blending it because the combination can be a bit thick. If your baby is already eating stage 2 meals, instead of blending, you can just use a fork and mash it to pieces. That way you still have chunks of the sweet potato and the pear, and it will help them, learn how to start chewing food. Once you've blended smoothly, transfer it to your freezer tray and just, pour that mixture in there. Your babies are going to absolutely love this. I typically feed this to them as it is, like a meal, but when I make it as just maybe the pear puree or the apple puree, I like to mix it with their oatmeal, so that way it helps to sweeten their food. I use the apple puree or the pear puree mostly for sweetening their cereal, and sometimes they have it like that, maybe just for a light breakfast. But if we want something filling, then we go with the sweet potato and the pear. You can make the baby purees as thick as you want or as runny as you want. I'm also going to be serving some for the babies to enjoy, but I want to show you something that I used to feed my babies, the purees, and it just makes the whole process easier. I've used these bottles for all my kids. I have 5 children and these are the twins who are currently weaning, so I had to get 2 new ones. They come in bigger sizes. They also come in this size, and you have some that you can stand on themselves, and I really like those ones, but I couldn't find it. But these ones, once you pour your puree, make sure your puree is really smooth. If not, it's going to get stuck in the opening and you won't be able to feed your baby. It's going to be so frustrating. But make sure it's very smooth. I really like it because it's handy. I can take it about with me, and it's just easier to feed the babies like that. Like, you don't have to take the spoon to the bowl. You just press it, feed your baby, and they just take it. As you can see, the twins absolutely love this puree. I hope you try these purees for your baby. Like I said, if you want more puree recipes, click the like button, subscribe, and download Tani's Table, Baby's First Foods.